Okay, guys, Carlton Flowers here, and this is
Darren Countryman, hi.
All right, we are Scott Health Systems LLC.
That's right.
And we started this business to help people to avoid senseless and needless pain and suffering.
Pointless pain and stuff. There's no need to suffer when you can reverse all of your problems, your chronic degenerative diseases, which doctors are not capable really of reversing. They can treat it and help the symptoms, but they can't. It's very rare that they can actually reverse a chronic degenerative disease. And most people now, what is it, it's a ridiculous number of.
Oh, I'm
Americans
proof
now.
of that too, because I reversed my 3 chronic degenerative problems that I have.
So many people have.
I'll have to tell that story sometime, but that's
But anyway,
for another
go ahead.
video.
You were about to talk about this, the number 3.
Yeah, the number 3 killer in the United States. Do you know what that is? It's not heart attack. It's not cancer. The number 3 killer in the United States are medical mistakes by doctors.
And they've given it a fancy name like they usually do. It's called, ready? It's
Big word.
Big
Drum
word.
roll.
Iatrogenic disease. And guess what it is?
What is it?
Any disease, it's disease, death, caused by doctors.
Wow, amazing.
That's right. Adverse drug reactions, given them too many drugs, drug side effects, medical mistakes, misdiagnosis.
Right.
Doctors are causing the 3rd leading cause of death in the
I
United
never would have
States.
believed that. I never would have believed that. But then when you look it up, do your
guess-
research,
but-
you're going to find. Don't believe us.
It's according-
Look it up.
The Journal of the American Medical Association.
Okay, that's a pretty credible source.
Doctors' own medical journals are
Okay.
telling them that
From
they're
the
the
top
3rd
medical
leading
journal.
cause of death.
Right. And that's not to bash doctors, but we can almost blame ourselves because we don't do our own due
Right.
diligence.
It's not just the doctor's fault. It's most people's fault for believing the doctors and putting all their faith and all their trust in these crazy toxic drugs.
Drugs.
Yes.
The pharmaceutical industry pushes.
And it's not even just that, but it's the diet. It's the food that people are eating. It's just.
What's the worst advice, something we've seen in our lifetime that doctors said? There's 2 examples that they said don't eat.
I think the biggest mistake, the most dangerous, deadly mistake that
Okay.
doctors have, the advice, the most dangerous advice, deadly advice that doctors have given is low fat, low salt. Low
Okay.
salt, we'll talk about that another time.
Okay.
But
So
low
what is
fat-
low fat? What happens when you stop eating good fats? And we're not talking about canola oil and
Or not French fries.
Yeah, we're not
That's
talking about
not that kind of-
hydrogenated
not
oil. We're
deep
talking
fried-
fat from animals, right?
Right. Well, not fried fat.
Uh-huh.
Not fried, overcooked
Okay,
fats.
overcooked,
Not
burned,
oxidized fats, but healthy fats.
Healthy fat.
okay?
So what happens when you go to a low fat diet? What are some of the adverse side effects that they didn't tell us?
Well, okay, first of all, did you know that the number 1 ingredient in your brain is cholesterol? Your brain is made of cholesterol.
But I thought cholesterol
Fat.
was bad.
Yeah, that's what they tell you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, cholesterol is not bad for you.
Okay.
Your brain is made of fat, okay? Every cell in your body is coated with a wall of fat. Without it, it can't let things in and keep bad things out. Also, did you know that your testosterone, your hormones, almost every hormone in your body is made from cholesterol. It's made from fat.
Okay.
And when they give you statin drugs,
Yeah, that shuts down your cholesterol, right?
that shuts down your cholesterol production. It shuts down your brain. It shuts down everything. I
Okay.
mean, hormone related.
Right.
It shuts down your hormones. It actually shuts down bile production and things like that.
And bile is very important. That's a whole video right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
Well, what
just-
about the
there's
natural
so
fats? You
many-
had mentioned natural fats and foods that are
Okay,
not
yeah,
over
it's
fried.
okay.
What happens when you do the low fat diet? The
Okay.
statin drugs, that's a whole video there too. But what
Yeah.
about just the regular fats and foods, the natural stuff?
Well, okay, real quickly, here are some good fats. Let me give you 3 or 4 good fats, okay? Just on the positive side, let me give you something positive. Let's suppose I've convinced you,
Okay.
hopefully we've convinced you that low fat is bad, and
Okay.
actually high fat is actually very good. You can actually it's actually better to burn fat as energy than sugar. You don't want to be burning sugar. You don't want to be burning carbs as
I've
energy.
heard that's not what your body is meant to do. on a
It's
daily
called
basis.
the ketogenic diet.
Right.
Ketogenic, and you want to have high fat.
Okay.
I know it sounds crazy. I know that doctors have been brainwashing people for decades to get off the fats, but actually you want to go high fat, good fat. Don't burn it. Don't overcook it. Okay. What are the good fats? Okay, of course, everybody has heard of fish oil. Fish oil
Oh
is a good
yeah,
one.
fish oil is definitely
Butter,
Right.
butter, borage oil is a very good omega-6. Most omega-6s they say are bad and you get enough, but it's actually there's a very good omega-6.
Okay.
Borage or borage oil.
I did not know that one. That's new to me.
Borage. And if you're
Okay.
if you know someone with estrogen problems or like menopause problems, hot flashes, bad skin, the itchy.
Oh wow, yeah, itchy skin like eczema, psoriasis.
Borage oil.
Okay, borage oil.
Borage oil.
Okay, I'm gonna have to study into that tonight.
So, and coconut oil.
Coconut oil, I love. I'm big on coconut oil.
Coconut oil you can burn as energy. It's very difficult for your body to store it as body fat. It
Uh-huh.
actually burns it. It burns like half of it. Just gets burned straight away
Okay.
as energy. It does
Right.
not go to fat.
Okay.
And it tastes really good.
Right, I like the way it tastes. All right, so those are good fats. So now what
Right.
happens when you don't have that? Explain to me what's going to happen to my body if I'm not eating those because I've gone to this low fat, avoid all fat diet.
Well, chances are you're going to have more difficulty making like I said, all your hormones. You're going
Okay.
to have difficulty making vitamin D.
Oh wow.
You're going to have difficulty building your brain. You're going
Okay.
to have difficulty making every cell in your body, which like I said, every cell has a membrane. Just
Okay.
think back to your
So
first
cell
biology
membranes
class.
can't keep their form or
Well, they need
replenish, replace
every cell has a wall, and that
Okay.
wall is
fat.
fat.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
So it would make sense.
So most people think, if I eat fat, I'm going to get fat. Not necessarily.
Uh-huh.
If you eat more fat and actually eat less carbs, you're going to burn most of that
Right.
fat as energy.
Well, isn't a fat cell like a battery cell, like a Duracell AA battery that stores energy? Isn't the fat cell like an energy cell, and it's broken into to become energy for the body to use? Just like a sugar is quick energy, but the fat cell
Sugar is
stores for long term.
Sugar is like high heat, high temperature burning.
Oh wow!
It's very
Okay.
high temperature burning, and man, your body just stores it real easily as body fat, and it also can cause your insulin levels to spike and drop, and
Oh,
it
boy.
causes. Did you know? Oh, sorry. By the way, on a side note, did you know that over half of all heart attacks happen within 2 hours after a meal? It's not the cholesterol. Guess what it is? It's high blood sugar.
Wow,
It's the blood
okay.
sugar. Blood sugar going up, spiking because of all the carbs and the sugar. So it's not good
And
for
so, in
you.
other words,
It's
you
not-
should be focusing on
High fat.
a high fat diet with vegetables, good meats, and
Right,
fats.
just don't burn those fats. Don't
Okay.
don't overcook those fats.
Okay.
So, raw, low, or for example, like have a hard-boiled egg instead of a fried egg.
Right.
Okay.
A lower heat, a more
Lower
steady
heat, yeah.
heat. Right.
You don't
okay.
you don't want well done. I love well done steaks.
Yeah, I stopped doing that. I read about
I
that.
had to stop
when
it
you
too.
overdo your
You don't want
steaks.
blackened or charred. Blackened with pepper is one thing, but blackened with like overcooking is not
All
good.
of a sudden, that it has
So,
a toxic
I mean,
effect.
yeah, it's
Okay.
yeah. Oh, one other thing. Sorry. We meant to keep this a short video, but here's another thing that sugar will do to you. Did you know that sugar will speed up the aging process?
I've
will
heard about
speed it
that.
up. It will actually.
Now, is that glycation? Is that what glycation is? Okay.
Sugar binds to proteins just like that. They connect and they render that protein completely useless.
I have read that.
And that's what, and you get all this building up in the body, and your body starts breaking down.
Where the proteins are supposed to repair damage to cells, but they can't do that when they're glazed in sugar.
Right. So
But anyway, back to fat.
Right, back
so
to
the
fat.
topic
We got
was
off-
fat.
Fat. We got off on sugar.
We're motivated about sugar and preaching the good
Right.
news that sugar is the devil. But that's for another video.
Right.
And so without fat in our diet, there's a lot of things that go wrong
Right.
where we're not able to produce cholesterol. We don't have
sorry,
the right
word I
kind
was
of
looking-
energy.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Jumping way back. The word I was looking for was eczema. Eczema.
Yeah, I have
the
that
dry
really
skin,
bad, yeah.
Eczema, dry skin. That
Yeah.
borage oil is fantastic for that. But
I'm
anyway,
going to
sorry.
do that. I'm going to
Side
look into
note.
that. That's a
Sorry to
big
interrupt.
one that I suffer from still. Even with all the changes I've made, I still have it to a small degree, not nearly as bad as what I did before I changed my diet.
Oh, that's a whole nother. That's
Yeah,
an amazing.
I'm going to tell my story sometime. You won't believe it.
Right.
A lot of people know some of the things who know me personally know some of the weird stuff that I was suffering from before I made a big change in my life on February 1st. So we'll just let that be your sneak preview that I'm going to tell my story I made a change in my life when I was 30. I made another change in my life when I was 35, and then I made a significant one last February 1st.
Yeah,
and that one had the most impact of it all. So that's all we got today.
That's it.
If you know somebody that is suffering from some of the things that Darren mentioned, share this video with that
Share it,
person. There
yeah.
might be some information here that would help them avoid some senseless, needless, pointless suffering. Right. So share the video. Stay tuned. We're going to be talking about my life story. Another video that's going to come up real shortly about sugar, and then we'll get more into statin drugs. We talked about statin drugs. So that's coming at you real soon. I'm Carlton Flowers.
I'm Darren Countryman.
Okay. See y'all soon.
Yeah.